Hello and welcome to my ride to Portmadoc. Just had lunch in Jenny's Milk Bar, well worth it if you go there, right next to a car park. Nice place, Portmadoc, seaside town. I've got here via the B roads through the top of Snowdonia. I didn't take any footage of that on my camera for some reason. Well, it was raining and it was quite a lot of sheep and things on the road, so I was concentrated. Meant to do some videoing but didn't do it. Anyway, this is heading on the not sure what it is, but it's a road off to towards Portmadoc. And Portmadoc is the place where the beaches are. Black rock sands, very famous for unspoilt long beaches. So we're hanging a left here. Heading, I think it will be west this, up towards Portmadoc. Something I noticed, the transition from where I live in Lancashire to North Wales, was the roads are a lot better. Yeah, you can see things on the road that's been caused by the adverse winters, but generally the potholes aren't as bad, and there seems to be quite a lot of road repairs. So, you know, thumbs down Lancashire County Council and the area where I live for not keeping the roads up to a decent standard, because I've no doubt that North Wales is just as cash strapped as the rest of the country, but they've managed to do something with the roads and keep them reasonably well. So yeah, quite impressed with the roads. So we're heading out now. I just tootled around this trip for the day. I didn't really thrash it anywhere. The idea was just to enjoy the riding and to try the camera. North Wales Police seem to have a notoriety for speeding or catching speeders. I've only ever got done once in North Wales, and that was I got a ticket for, I think it was towing a boat in a 30-mile-an-hour zone area in a village, and I was actually doing 37. And this police officer jumped out from behind this dry stone wall and pointed a radar gun at me, which was a bit unfair really, wasn't it? It was a village miles from anywhere, no built up traffic, but hey ho, that's when they lose the sympathy of the public, isn't it really? So yeah, so I'm heading on towards Portmadoc, looking for a road on the left hand side that takes me down to one of the beaches. The weather conditions, as you can see, are overcast, and it was a bit of hazy sunshine. As I was coming through the mountainous area of Snowdonia on, I think it was the B4410, looking at the map, it was pretty, it was raining quite heavily. Lots of sheep about on the road and pretty miserable, but as you drop down into Portmadoc towards the coast, as it does sometimes, the weather changed and got a bit better. So yeah, just enjoying these nice quiet roads. Just a pleasant change not to have somebody trying to furiously overtake you. As you can see, it's through the week, it's quite quiet. I think this was probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So not too bad really, road size. So we're just tootling along there. So yeah, I've had the stealth camera replaced. I've had a new camera, so this was really the first opportunity I got to try it again, and I've also mounted it at a slightly different angle than it was before. Anyway, we're entering Portmadoc here, and looking for a road on the left, and the caravan site's on the left hand side. So all new roads to me really, this, although I do vaguely remember Black Rock Sands Caravan Park, as I went there in I think the 1960s as a child, so familiar with it in a certain respect, but you know, it was a long time ago. So any moment we're going to be hanging a left down to the beach road. I wasn't too sure which one it was, but you can see in a moment we're coming across it there, past this particular place, which is a supermarket. And spotting the road on the left here in a moment, just going down past it. Yeah, in fact it's coming up here. I was humming and ahhing whether to go down. So that says beach road, and I thought, well, maybe you can take the bike just on the beach, but in fact you can't. In the distance ahead you can't actually see it perhaps, but there's a barrier there to stop you getting on the beach. I've no doubt this is because of people taking four-wheel drives and maybe getting stuck on the beach, etc, etc, etc. But pity. But anyway, you can get on the beach, just need to walk around the barrier. So what I chose to do was I chose to just park up the bike in front of a caravan park entrance, and then just had a walk through the dunes onto the beach, which was really nice. As you can see, quite a family orientated place here. And you'll see on the left hand side in a moment the caravan park. Once I've sussed out somewhere to put the bike, just a job. I think I went up to the top to have a look really to see if there was a way through, but there wasn't. There's some toilets on there and things, so yeah, can't quite see the you might be able to, yeah, you can see the turnstiles, and I think probably just in the distance there. But just taking it steady. Nice quiet road that leads up to there, so I'll be parking up in a moment anyway, and you'll see where I park up. Right, we don't want to get any copyright incursion there, do we? I was just listening to something on the my phone while I was sat there on the dunes. Well, as you can see, that's looking towards, I think that's looking towards south east. That's tip of Snowdonia there. Lovely beach, hardly anybody on it. Right, so decided to head on to Cricketh. And off we go there along the beach road. I'm going to switch the microphone off and the audio off now because I haven't, it's horrendous once you get going with this microphone. Right, so we're back up off the beach road now. Shortly going to hang a left and head towards Cricketh, which I think is something to do. Is it a birthplace of Lloyd George, one of the British Prime Ministers? So historians, please forgive me if I've got that right, but I know it does have some ties with Lloyd George. So yeah, again, this is an A road when we get to the end here. Notice a few palm trees on the left, or the sort of trees that get in milder climate, and this area is what's called the Lynn Peninsula. Spent a lot of time around the Lynn, but more over towards the Abersott, Pwllheli, Aberdaron place. Used to scuba dive quite a lot down there when I had the boat. So anyway, we're going to hang a left here on the not sure of it, I think it's the maybe it's the A497 to Pwllheli, but a nice road nevertheless. Again, not a lot of traffic, and people just taking the time. Whether that was because it was off peak through the day, I don't know, but certainly didn't seem to be too congested. So yeah, I said I was going to hang a left. No, actually I didn't, did I? I had to go east, and then sort of do a turn northwards, I think, to get round onto the main road. So this is taking me back onto the main road now. Just can't get over how nice these roads are, and I think it's really something to do with the fact that, you know, when you're getting your backside hammered with potholes up in Lancashire all the time, anything's a plus, isn't it, really? You know, it's great, happy days. I mean, you can see looking at this, not particularly good, but much better than in Lancashire. So yeah, heading back towards Portmadoc now to go up round Cricketh. So a nice little section of road as we come round to the left here. It doesn't do it justice too much on my camera really, but and you see the sea and the coast, and in the distance as you come around the bend in a while you'll see Cricketh Castle on the left hand side. I meant to go to Cricketh Castle actually, have a walk around, but a little bit pushed for time because I'm doing all this in a day, but certainly somewhere worthy of more exploration. Really lovely piece, lovely part of the country this. But as you can see, as you come round this this bend in a minute that sweeps onto the right, you've actually got the Irish Sea on the left hand side, and I suppose if you go a bit further south out to sea, it turns into to Cardigan Bay. So you'll see in a moment, just as we come round here. Hopefully you'll get a bit of the sea. As you can see, I'm not knocking on really fast. I'm just taking my time. That's just why I like to cruise on this bike really, as opposed to throw it around the corners. But there you are. There's a sea on the left, and you can see that on the headland there, that's the ruins of Cricketh Castle. So yeah. So I went into the town there, quite a busy town. I actually pulled up at one point in the town to get the sat-nav sorted out. You'll notice I haven't got a dedicated sat-nav. I'm using one on my smartphone, and I've got it linked up to the Bluetooth on the helmet. And I think it's co-pilot, which seems to be pretty good really. None of them are perfect, but yeah, with a Bluetooth it gets me about, and it's just nice. There's the backup, isn't it? So this is Cricketh, seaside town. Lovely castle on the headland there. So we've got a quick mess with a sat nav there before we head off on the way home. I just got it in the tank bag and stuffed in there. So yeah, that's heading out to Cricketh and heading towards Carnarvon. I didn't film all the journey, just the bits that I wanted to do. So thanks for watching.